Salam Alaikum everyone. I hope you're well and that this video helps you. May Allah always guide you to knowledge that is good for you. In this video, I will show you how to increase your chances of being approved to immigrate to Canada. There is a major labour shortage in Canada at the moment, and the government is doing its best to try to attract foreigners. This is the perfect time to immigrate, and what makes it even better is that having a family will likely increase your chances of being approved, as there's a major ageing problem in Canada. I will divide this video into several sections, which will include why are many immigrants needed, the sectors in demand, Canada's current approach to finding talent, how to apply, and finally, how to start the process and the costs. This video is available in English and 5 other languages. Please use auto-translate for your language. I have put timestamps for those of you who are interested in specific areas only. At this point, it's 2023, and Canada, like many developed nations, has a major aging problem. This means that there are too many people in retirement and not enough young people to do work. Young immigrants are highly desired as they can help ease this problem. If the aging problem is not resolved, the economy will collapse. There is currently 1 job vacancy for every 2 Canadians, which is a huge number. Although some Canadians are unemployed, they refuse to take up jobs because the pay is too little. This is another reason that immigrants are needed. Immigrants typically accept less money to do the same amount of work, and in the beginning, they are not very fussy about where they live. The biggest reason is that once an immigrant gets their permanent residency, they are free to live and work anywhere in Canada. So it's a small sacrifice in the beginning. This means that the same towns that need them usually lose them to the big cities, which pay more and have a better social scene. This is one of the biggest problems facing the Canadian labour force today. Currently, the most in-demand jobs are in manufacturing, retail, hotel, and the healthcare sectors. But this can get confusing for people, so I'll go into more detail. The jobs that are needed specifically are doctors, nurses, hotel staff for cleaning, retail staff for shops, and construction workers, as well as truck drivers. But they are needed in specific regions in the country. This means that if you decide to apply, you have a much stronger chance of getting accepted in those specific regions. At the bottom of my blog post, you can see the areas which need most immigrants highlighted per province. All the links are in the description box. Currently, the Canadian government is looking at converting international students into permanent residents right away. For the first time, immigrants are able to compete with Canadians for jobs and salaries. Although the labour market is in need of dire help, there are many jobs in regions that are simply oversaturated, like finance jobs in downtown Toronto or Vancouver. However, the key is to be willing to relocate to a small town. There are several options to enter Canada as an economic migrant. You can apply through Entry Express, which includes the Canadian Experience class, Federal Skilled Worker class, and the Federal Skilled Trades program, or you can apply to be a caregiver, taking care of vulnerable people. For all of these, there is a language requirement which varies in what score is acceptable. You are required to know English or French, not both. I have provided links for the application of each class below, but if you need help, please send me an email at sufimetsuni@gmail.com. Depending on which process you choose, the costs vary. I have provided a link that will help you see the costs in the description of the video and also at the bottom of the blog post. If you'd like some help with your application, send an email to sufimetsuni@gmail.com and I will help you bi'idhnillah. Inshallah this video helps. If it did, please give it a thumbs up so that others who need it find it. I stay online 2 hours after posting. May Allah guide and protect you all. Until next time, Salam.